Welcome back. There are several new podcasts out where the stars of old TV shows take a walk down memory lane and kind of rewatch or watch maybe for the first time their own show, their old episodes. One of those podcasts stars Steven and Kristen from Laguna Beach fame called Back to the Beach. Take a look at how all this started.
There was a table at break and lunch that had MTV producers handing out packets. And you could fill it out. Just basically questions about your life. But in between break and lunch, during one of my classes, I excused myself to go to the bathroom. And they were still sitting out there. And so I walked up to them and I was like, yeah, so like what's the deal here? Like, what are you guys doing? And of course, they were very casual about it. It was like, yeah, we just want to show a little bit of what it's like to live in a beautiful beach town and what the kids are up to and what are their activities and just the fun that they have. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's just like a documentary, you know? I'm like, oh, okay. Well, I'm like, well, that's cool. And I was like, well, why do we need to fill out this entire packet?
I mean, it was like a 20-page packet. Yeah. It was a big packet.
And they're like, oh, well, we just want to get, a good taste of what's going on in your life and the people that are in your life so we can kind of connect some dots. And I was like, oh, okay. You know what? Screw it. Give me one. So
Well, their lives changed forever thanks to that packet, but Laguna Beach didn't exactly mirror real life. And that means, once again, it's time for 22% of America Loves Ted. Joining us from the control room is Ted Johnson. Good morning, Ted.
Good morning.
Your poll numbers have dropped, Ted. I'm sorry about that. What were some? They're blaming you for the high gas prices. What were some of the questions in that packet, Ted?
It was stuff like, who are your best friends and what do you hate about them the most?
What?
Which should have sent red flags off immediately. Like, it was getting into all the drama at their high school. They kind of, the producers, as you saw in that clip, played it off like, oh, it's just, we're just going to do like this little documentary, fun. But it was really, let's get to the heart of the drama.
Now, they were going to shoot in the school, but something angered the Harper Valley PTA. What happened?
Yeah, so...
Thank you for laughing at that very old reference.
So MTV got permission to shoot in the school, but this was also at the same time as the Super Bowl with the wardrobe malfunction with Janet Jackson and Justin Timberlake. And apparently that was produced by MTV.
Yeah.
And so the PTA said, oh, no, those people aren't coming into our school.
Yeah, that was 04.
Yep.
So that lines up. Yeah,
yep.
That was, nobody wanted anything to do with MTV at that time. This is what shocked me, Ted. Tell everybody how little they got paid.
For the first season, they got paid $2,000 total.
So you're telling me they couldn't afford Adele tickets?
So
yeah,
right.
Yeah.
But they're in high school, so they're like, hey, yeah, $2,000.
That's a lot of money if you're in high school. Heck, it's a lot of money now. Yeah.
Right.
Okay, another show, Pod Meets World, follows, and I didn't know this about you, Ted. Obviously, the entire globe knows that Dallas and Knots Landing are my favorites. Boy Meets World is your favorite show?
Yeah, one of my favorites. Oh, thank you. I love it. I love me some Mr. Feeney, some Sean Hunter, Corey Matthews. Oh, what a great show.
Who's in this podcast?
So we've got Topanga, Sean Hunter, and then Eric Matthews, who played Corey's brother. Corey, podcasts aren't his thing, apparently, so he does not participate.
Oh, podcasts aren't his thing? Okay. There were some... You learned that there were some early, like a lot of shows, some growing pains with Boy Meets World. What do you mean?
Well, so one of the things was Corey was supposed to have two best friends, but they couldn't figure out the chemistry for that second best friend. So in the first episodes, it was a rotating cast, and they would just keep getting fired. So whoever sat in that seat was getting fired for the next show, basically.
Seriously?
Yes.
Well, so Boy Meets World, I remember it was on ABC, and it was in the kind of golden age of ABC in the 90s, TGIF. They were friends with another group of ABC teens, the Home Improvement kids, right?
They would play football during recess, or they would just go out because they were all in the same lot. And so they would kind of go out and play football with JTT and all those guys. And but it was interesting because Topanga didn't start off on the show. She was about 4 or 5 episodes in, and she said before she appeared, the creator of the show basically said, "You need to learn these lines better, or else you're fired." Oh. And there was a recurring thing with this creator. They all have kind of like this PTSD with him threatening these 11-year-old kids with being fired.
Oh my goodness. Okay, we don't have a lot of time, but you have a clip, I hear.
So last week you guys showed the worst TV themes of all time. This has to be in there. Take a look.
That's horrible. As Ted, you know, I'm a student of the opening title sequence, and that is horrible.
And they even said this gives them nightmares.
Yeah.
And they like whenever they would go to the mall to do those like mall meet and greets, they would play this music. And
Okay,
it would be like,
Aaliyah, turn this off immediately, please. Yeah. Sorry about that, Ted.
One quick thing. You remember Minkus?
Yeah?
He got canceled after the first season because they were on TGIF, and TGIF already had another nerd, Urkel.
Oh!
So they were like, we can't have 2 nerds on TGIF.
Okay. What a great fun fact to leave us on. America loves Ted, everybody. When we come back, the list of the best TV theme songs, and then I'm going to go in the audience and see if I come out alive. We'll be right back.